You are not supposed to get her wet.
There's more.
I am practicing abstinence from all women until they decide to get their act together. So, if you want to make love with me, you need to change your tone.
No. Thank you. I'm good.
And they ask, why is there a male loneliness epidemic?
I guess this means absolutely nothing in the year of 2024. I was going to keep my life private, but people kept asking me questions. About a month ago, my wife decided to have a conscious uncoupling.
Man, that's rough. I wonder what happened.
You are not supposed to get her wet.
Pack it up, Internet. We solved another mystery.
Women aren't supposed to be wet.
No, women aren't supposed to be around men like you. You know what women are supposed to be? Communicated with their partner. They should tell you what is the appropriate quantity of time for foreplay and core play. And we, for some reason, struggle to listen. Maybe we should just communicate with our partners because every single person is different with their likes and dislikes. There is no formula to this. Your answer was, if it's too wet, you'll slip in and out. Why are men? One last thought. If you're not comfortable enough to have a conversation with the person about their likes and dislikes, maybe don't enter them or be entered by them. Maybe that.
But that wouldn't be all from this dude.
An entire gender into savage animals.
Sir, do you know who calls men animals the most? Other men. Anytime a woman posts something online being like, hey, I would like to not be, whether it be like out in the street or in my own home, inevitably, like 50% of the comments are going to be like, well, are you denying him sex? Men are animals. We need sex. Like, women just don't understand, like, the animalistic urge men have about sex. There are also a lot of men on here that say, like, men are naturally violent. So if you want the narrative that men are animals to stop being perpetuated, you gotta have a conference with your bros.
Fair point to her.
You are not supposed to get her wet. Women aren't supposed to be wet.
Truly, spoken like someone who's never gotten a woman wet before, have we learned nothing from Ben Shapiro? I know this is mainly just to make men feel better about themselves who have never been able to please a woman, but just because you can't do something or have never been able to figure out how, doesn't mean that it's unnatural if it happens. It is fascinating to me that you advertise yourself as, among other things, a trauma-informed feminist, when you are a Soviet Union-sized walking red flag of a man. And before you come at me with anything women have done to you, I've been essayed by women. I've been abused by women. Shut the fuck up.
Then he'll probably be in the comments of women's videos like this.
If I looked like you, I'd be ashamed. Too old. Check your DMs. Ever heard of going to the gym? When did women stop shaving? Doesn't get me hard. Shut up, make babies. Side boob. Hi, less talking, more if you were 10 years younger, I'd maybe ask you out. I would sleep with you. Congratulations. Yeah. Is that mole supposed to be attractive? Let me explain something to you. Shut up, female. You're not even hot. I wouldn't have sex with you. Let that sink in. Let me tell you something about your period.
Do I feel bad for this guy? Truly. I've seen a lot of takedowns. I've seen this dude rock a MAGA hat in almost every single video, if not for another funky looking hat. It amazes me. Not that this dude allegedly had his wife leave him, but it amazes me how so many men who go down the incel pipeline, whether that is through Andrew and Tristan Tate, whether that is through the Nelk Boys, whether it is through Bradley Martin, and many others, or even following their Instagram accounts, not even watching shows, but following Instagram accounts. It amazes me the lack of self-reflection. That's what gets me. And I just think, like, how toxic it is. It is the epitome of toxicity And when other dudes try to check them, they keep getting this, lack of, but positive reinforcement on their social media feeds. And that is something that so many alt-right accounts want to own, is the algorithm. They flood it. And what also really gets to me is the money that we are up against. When you look at the billionaire donors who, for example, fund Charlie Kirk, a proud incel who masquerades as a morally religious man. If you were morally religious, Charlie, by the way, you would not, and I repeat, would not have received a call from Daddy Trump saying stop talking about Epstein, and you distancing yourself what appears to be the very next day after that call. But yeah, you're the truth teller. That's who these guys follow. That's who these guys want to be. As we saw from Jordan Klepper with The Daily Show, some of these college students, or even older and or younger, camp out to see someone like this, a freaking incel, a man who spouts Nazi rhetoric on his own show. And they don't even, that's the problem as well, is that the audience does not even know what they are falling for. I called this a few years ago when Josh Hawley went on that I'm a Man tour, when you look at the picture of him kissing his wife. And him and Harrison Butker being photographed together, Anyways, so he goes on this I'm a Man tour. And I just kept thinking, why is he doing this? Because he's not manly. Like, he's not the caricature of manliness, even though I think it is completely subjective. And what it showed me many years ago was that this is a card that they can play. So they did it. They played it to a T. And it's not pandering to us, it's pandering to the guys that need it. That feel like because women suddenly have a voice and suddenly have rights and suddenly have a job and a career, which according to Charlie Kirk, you shouldn't have if you're a woman. Or according to Harrison Butker, you should be a homemaker. That is the pipeline that these dudes fall into. I don't know this dude's politics. I know it now, obviously. I didn't know his politics growing up. I didn't know where he was 5, 8, 10, 12 years ago. I don't even know if he knew anything about politics. But I guarantee you, it started with either his close friends watching this stuff or himself taking it in and falling as a human being. And when Trumpism comes for them, my question is, who's going to catch them? Because warning after warning after warning is what we issued since 2016. And they wanted their entire mindset and approach to life is to own the left. And now the dude is quite literally lonely. And I think we know why.